knows how much fun it is to get organized. I mean, who's in charge? What are the rules? What happens if I don't like who's in charge? Please, please don't pick me. Please. I already did it once before. I don't like the rules. And I get it that I'm supposed to follow God, but God has led me out of Egypt. And now I'm stuck in the middle of the wilderness. And I don't want to be in charge anymore. It's been complicated. I was in charge last week. And from these types of questions and power struggles, the books of Leviticus and Numbers were shaped. The books of Leviticus and Numbers are not in many ways fun books to read. They are filled with rules and rebellions and stories about how the Hebrew people got from point A to point B and how they may ultimately end up in the promised land, which would be point C. But kids, I want to see, Michaela, what is the book of Numbers about? Anna Jane, do you know? Numbers! You're right! It's totally about numbers. All of a sudden we have all of these people and we're starting to put together these rules and regulations, and we need to count and see who's here and try to figure out what roles we are all going to play in this shift in community. There are big power jobs, there are those with smaller responsibilities, and there's a little bit of everything in between. And of course, like any situation, there are some people who like what is happening and others who do not. But the difference from organizing a community or a new business endeavor is that the ultimate focus for our faith in a church community is one that puts God at the forefront. What is best for the people of God is a very different and much bigger calling than just basic community organization. Because when we get organized in our lives, it is to make us feel as if we have regained some control or power. But when we organize our faith, it means we are giving over control and power. We are the keepers then of the faith, but we are dependent upon something we cannot fully understand to be the ultimate organizer. But in the midst of this, we as humans are called to figure out how to respond to what God is calling us to do and trying to figure out how we understand our calls. And that does mean that there are certain people who are specifically selected to be the faithful leaders, the ones who engage with the holy in deeper and more profound ways. They are the guide to the next level of how to respond to God. And the Hebrew people, just like we are today, live in a strange balance of creating an organized way to be faithful and yet not ultimately limiting the ordinary. So Aaron and the others from the tribe of Levi were the ones that were selected during this time in the wilderness to carefully and faithfully engage directly with God and be the ones who take care of the tent in which God's Spirit was understood to primarily reside. They were selected to be what was named in today's scripture a part of the covenant of salt. Covenant. For me, that is one of the most sacred words in our faith. It is like a promise, but yet something much more profound in the biblical stories. Covenants are multi-layered because they include a connection with both humans and with the divine. And so each week, we engage in a very specific covenant as Christians because we know the covenant of what happened at the table when Jesus called us together. We create covenants in our churches when we dedicate our children, when we are baptized, and yes, also when we are married. And throughout the Bible, covenants were always made at significant times of transition, when humans needed to reconnect and reorganize because their focus of the ultimate organizer had started to move away. Thus, Aaron and the tribe of Levi were entrusted with helping the people keep their focus on God. They were the ones to season the community in all of its different parts with the divine and holy. Thelma and Bob. Ken, way back there. Betty, way up here. And there are many, most of you back in that corner, who are also salt of the earth, because you have showed us how to lead a faithful life with God. But I would actually manage to say that you have shown us something even greater. You have shown us what it means to live a multi-level life of faith that is seasoned with multi-layered covenants. Covenants that come with one another, covenants that come with your church community, and ultimately covenants that connect us from this space to that space of God. In many ways, you are the ones who are the descendants of Aaron and the tribe of Levi. You have been those descendants for this church and establishing what it means in this building to know God and to live in a place of the tent of meeting in God's Spirit. And like Aaron, you have been leading this church through some of the most difficult and profound transitions. I mean, think about it. Remember Aaron? Moses' brother has been in this journey from the very beginning. He was Moses' voice when Moses was standing in front of Pharaoh, feeling like he did not have the ability to speak. He was the one there who had to gather and help pack and organize and help Moses lead the way as they walked away from Egypt and crossed through the Red Sea. He has been through all of the transitions, the arguments, what they like, what they don't like. And thus, like you, he's been through a lot based around the church, the community, and trying to engage with God's Spirit. And so there is something that comes with time that makes people more sacred in their leadership for the faithful. And it is your relationship in many ways with one another that remind us what it means to live a lifelong, not just a moment or an immediate gratification, but in a lifelong relationship and covenant with God. No one here who has lived in a long relationship of any sort believes that it is all sweet. But instead, all of you in the long-term marriages and even in your long lives have devoted yourselves with a trust in God as the ultimate organizer, even when everything else seems to be chaos. And thus, in many ways, you are still called to stand between many of us in this place and God, not to block us from God, well, if we're behaving, but to be examples of how we should present and live our lives, our resources, our relationships in ways that are pleasing, fulfilling, and seasoned faithfully. Now, before I finish up and say just nice things about your all's examples, I got to give you a little salt to think about. Because just like Aaron, you're not done yet. Have those of you who are a little bit older possibly earned a break? Yes. Is God actually going to give you a break? No. The reality is, you are the ones who have literally, even in the last few weeks, rebuilt our walls. You are the ones to make sure we have doors that can open. You are the ones who sometimes help make sure that we do not fall down the stairs. You are the ones who keep our music playing and our history foundational for the present, for this church. You are part of both a local and universal to let your wisdom, your insights, and your leadership stop. Because most of you who were with Aaron and Moses and Miriam and all of those people in the wilderness long, long ago, you were precious and you were called. You were called with a covenant of salt. And just like strong marriages of 60 years or even new relationships that are strong, healthy relationships realize that yes, we all may need some break at times. But it is always the hard work that knows deep love, God-type love, that can span a lifetime. So may I use my voice to share with you that we hope that you all continue to recognize your covenant of salt with this church. Now, many times I will say that in other churches, and probably even at times in this church, we do a disservice to those who are older. We allow excuses to get in the way. We almost treat them like they are children. We welcome them, but we do not really allow ourselves to include them. We say things like we say with our children, they are too young, they'll lead someday when they're older, or we say with our older, they're too old, or they've served their time, and they totally deserve a break. And I can bet that Aaron probably wanted a break. But instead, God said to the people, you, the people, are responsible to bring your greatest gifts, your first tithes, all of the good things that you have. You are to bring them to Aaron and the tribe of Levi because they are the ones who continue to be entrusted to take care of the connections that we need faithfully to God. And so today we are all in this covenant of salt together. Because we serve God, we choose to make sure that while we are not letting you off the hook, we are also here to serve the foundation and the legacies that you have begun and that we will continue. And we will do that together. And that may not actually be the sweetest news you ever want to hear when you're tired and you want to take a break. But salt. Salt is one of the primary essentials for life in all sorts of history. It for us is one of the basic human tastes. And it helps preserve the things that are most precious to us. You, and you, and you, in the back corner, you are precious to us. And thus we come with not just promises. We don't come with just hopes. We come with a covenant of salt.